The show is Share with Kamanzi. It's on Sport Media, and it is me, Kamanzi Edibert. We always talk about entertainment, politics, lifestyle, and any other business. Today, I bring you a gentleman. I know him as Mworeko Brand, but I know you as a viewer, you need to know who exactly Mworeko Brand is.
Thank you very much. I'm Brian A. Mworeko. I come from Nyabusirira Town Council, Kashar North Constituency, Mbarara District. I am a student at Bishop Stewart University, and I am a responsible youth that is Ugandan and most importantly an African.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mworeko, for the introduction. And straight away, we need to know his life. We need to know his political journey. As I've told you, he is a politician. And we need to know his academics. Of course, he is a student at one of the universities here in Mbarara, and he will tell you as we discuss. So, Mworeko, as far as I know you as a politician, yes?
Yeah.
And I got to know you in the Guild presidential elections at BSU 2023-2024. So, can you kindly tell us about your political journey? When did you start politics?
Thank you so much. I started this journey way back in 2018, 2019.
That is secondary?
That is secondary. And I was at Nyakayojo Secondary School by then. And I was inspired by the HP that time was called Joab and other friends. So in that, I found myself in the students' leadership. I first stood for the chairperson school council.
School council?
Yeah, that post, and I took it in 2019. So 2019, I became the chairperson school council, Nyakayojo Secondary School. I led for all that time. That's when we even entered the COVID-19 time. Then in that period, I even stood for UNSA president, Uganda National Students Association.
Yeah.
So I stood for the UNSA, but unfortunately I didn't make it.
Okay.
After the UNSA presidency, I continued and came at Bishop Stewart University in 2021.
2021, yeah.
So I decided to form some clubs like Bishop Stewart Pan-Africanism Advocates.
Okay, very
I
good.
joined my colleagues, of which you're one of them.
Yeah.
We embarked and restarted Kasharn Students Association.
Yes.
And in that way, I ended up in the guild race of recent, and you know how we made it. So basically, the political journey has been like that, and we are now set to go even for nationals.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. And you said you were in the Guild Race 2023-2024 Bishop Stewart University.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, you were one of the most popular candidates. And I know the students watching us at Bishop Stewart University who were there by then really can tell. Out of the 8, were they 8, 9? 9 students. How did you make it? How did you make it to be one of the most popular candidates?
Thank you. You see, politics, they say it's a game.
It's a game, yeah.
And indeed, it's a game, and a game of influence. The moment you have the power and the capability to influence, I think there you are good to go. It is just a power of influence that is starting with one person who is you, and you influence the other. It is a process of lighting individuals to individuals,
Okay.
one person to one person, and at the end, those people create other people, and other people create other people. That's how it came into existence to be such a popular politician at Bishop.
Yeah. When you talk about Mworeko, really everyone at Bishop Stewart will know that was the guy 2023-2024.
Yeah.
So a student out there at Bishop Stewart University, they have got a chance to watch you. So because we are coming to the guild elections 2024-2025,
Five.
probably this semester.
Yeah.
So a student out there who intends to stand for the guild president position, what does it take for someone to stand on that position? What does it take? What do you have to be? Do you have to be different from others? What does it take?
Well, it doesn't require you to be so different from others, because the university policy says that for someone to stand for guild presidents, you must be a student.
Yeah.
Meaning that all students are welcome to stand.
To stand.
But you know, you cannot all stand. There are what we call qualifications.
Yes.
Even at jobs, even everywhere, we say for someone to take this, you must qualify. And we put qualifications. So it doesn't require all that much. But what I need to tell everyone that needs to stand or aspires is to get prepared in time.
In time.
Know what you want, know your target, and prepare in time. You make research. What does it require? If they say you must have a national identity card, you must have a student's ID, you must have a baptism card, a confirmation card, all those you are not supposed to be having any retakes. So you have to start preparing now. These people that stand, they don't just think about it at the moment of standing. You don't just fall into it like that. So nkwena kubasa kubagambira, you prepare in time. Prepare in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mworeko Brands, twagamba course yawe, so people would want to know which course do you do at Bishop Stewart University?
At Bishop Stewart University, I'm a student.
Yes.
Doing Bachelor's of Agribusiness Management and Community Development, which we normally shorten as BAMD.
BAMD.
We deal in business that is in agriculture, where there is value addition. We have that concept of community development. Okay. We move deep into development, and which I think it helps us and it helps the communities we are going to engage in after here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a student, hopefully you are a finalist.
Yes.
So as a finalist, according to your course, what you're doing right about now, have you really seen that you can get a job after, or you might be even working? I don't know. You tell us about it.
Yes, getting a job currently in Uganda, I think it's a luck.
It's luck, yes.
It's a luck. And you cannot just get a job when you are not prepared, as I told you. You have to be prepared. One, you become disciplined. Two, people say that you have first class. No, first class doesn't work in field.
Okay.
What we need is consistency at work, and you know, all that creativity, being willing to bow before people, to work with people, being cooperative, and having some skills of leadership.
Okay.
So
at the moment, are you working?
At the moment, I work with an agency. It is called Birya United Agencies Limited. It is the one that gave me an opportunity. Now I serve with them.
Okay.
I really thank them.
Okay, so we see a student, and a student out there would love to know, how do you balance these things? Being a politician, you have a job, and how do you balance these things with books? Because someone out there might see it as a challenge. Being in politics, you're a politician, you know how politics are, and you know, having a job, then coming to school. Yeah.
This head you see, we have a part. We have something called a mind, and for me, I normally think that mind, it is in form of a pie chart. Those who studied some math, a pie chart. So there are portions of the things you love.
Okay.
Or there are portions of the memories. There are portions of the things you know. If it's, let's say, I go to music, I can say I like the music of King Saha. Okay. And I have a portion of music of King Saha. If it is politics, I can say I love Rwomushana. I have some kind of things of Rwomushana, or if it is books, I have its part. So the mind, you are the one to try and make it in a way that your mind has gotten the things you want.
Okay.
You erase those ones you don't want.
Okay.
Because at the moment, if I'm focusing on politics, education, and a job,
Yes.
I have to erase things like music, erase things like engaging in betting. You have to have a focus, and your mind normally focuses on the things you love, the passion. So
Okay.
if you love the job, if you love academics, and if you love politics, that's what will be in your mind, and you will look for the best mechanisms
Okay.
to make it come true
Oh,
in one way or the other.
all right. So, Mr. Mworeko Brian, as a politician, how do you describe the current government in power, I mean Uganda, and how can you describe the politics of Uganda at the moment? And perhaps if you have a political party you subscribe to, you can tell us and talk about it in a few or 3 words.
Basically, I've told you that I'm a responsible Ugandan.
Yes.
And you know, when you have a side,
Mm.
I've been seeing how people behave in parliament and how people behave while giving their assumptions and opinions. They fall on one side. If he comes from NRM, he doesn't want to know that NUP can also bring a positive idea.
Okay.
If he belongs to NUP, he will never accept that NRM has done something for us,
Okay.
which is bad. To talk about the current government, the current government is trying to work. It's trying to work, and you know, it is led by something. I normally say it is not a political party. People say that NRM is a political party, but
What is it?
it is not a political party.
Eh.
When we say something called a movement,
National Resistance Movement. It's not a
it is,
political party.
it is not like FDC, it is not like NUP. It is something that is generational.
Okay.
It is something that is generational. So the guy that formed it, he took time and he made it a movement. It will continue to move.
So we should not expect NLM to stop when Museveni goes.
NRM is something very different. It is different. It is not that I support it, but if you see its strategies, it is still strong.
Okay.
It is still strong, and it is a movement in a way that it is very hard to break now.
Okay. Apparently, we see MOSI coming out with the Patriotic League of Uganda. So, should we say this is trying to, the son is trying to also come up with his own political party? What should we call it? Because
No.
if you say NLM is still strong and we see a son coming out with an alternative, and yet we really think the son wants to also take power, and of which it is possible. And so, how do you see this thing of MOSI, Museveni? Should we think MOSI will appear on the ballot paper 2026, or it is just something that is confusing
I
us?
don't think so.
You don't
Because
think?
I don't think so. There is a reason as to why people say politics is a game. At first, you saw MOSI Kainerugaba, General, making some campaigns. And he was coming in a way that he wanted to stand.
Yes.
After a time, he even tweeted and said that, I promise you, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni won't appear on
The ballot
the ballot paper
2020.
2026.
Yes.
But of recent, we held a conference here in Uganda, of which they chose Museveni.
Now.
Yes, now to be the
chairman.
chairman.
And
you cannot be the chairman when you are not the president.
His term is up to 2027.
His term is up to 2027.
And you cannot be chairman
you
when
cannot
you are not
be
a
the
president.
chairman when you are not the president. It means even by 2027, Museveni is likely to be
The president.
the president if it all goes well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think MOSI Kainerugaba is coming this time.
We are still in politics, and I would want to ask you about the opposition of Uganda. We are seeing the FDC with two factions. We are seeing the NOPO with the internal misunderstandings. People are saying that we might have more independent MPs than these MPs who affiliate to political parties. How are you seeing the opposition, and how do you talk about these fights we see in different opposition, but in fact the biggest opposition political parties, because that is FDC and NOP?
Yes, opposition is there, but it is not serious. It is not serious. Why do I say that? You cannot say that you want to take up the country and you let your wise men be open in the public. Everyone knows about them. If it is noob, I think you know how Museveni captured the power.
Yes.
The man came in a way that we could not know other people that were behind him. They were unseen. They could not be seen. So, but the only problem with this NUP and the other political parties, they have the influence of the youth, and the youth who are far from the polling stations.
Okay.
Let me first tell you this. When you look at NUP, it is supported by the youth.
By the youth.
80%
By the youth.
the youth. And the youth stay in towns.
Okay.
They stay in Kampala, they stay in Mbarara, they stay in Kabare, they stay in those Soroti cities.
Urban areas.
Urban areas. And currently, where do you stay?
I stay in Mbarara City.
In Mbarara State. Where do you vote from?
I vote from Kashali.
South.
It is Nyarubungo.
Nyarubungo.
Do you know Nyarubungo?
That's where can you put in a transport of 20k to go and vote at your age?
Why not?
There are few people who can risk
going to villages
to come from Kampala
to vote
from Mbarara.
Oh.
Yes. And you said the strategy of NRM, they focus on those old people. And those old people are at home. They are near the polling stations. I actually wonder, seeing someone saying that NRM steals,
NRM reges elections.
Elections. Because
you don't believe in it?
I don't believe in it. Because people who vote support it.
In villages.
In villages.
So you look at your village and you see how you see how people vote. You see
people of my age are not are not in the village.
Are in town.
They are here in town with me.
Some of them don't have IDs.
Some of them don't have IDs. Some of them don't have transport to go and vote at the day of voting.
So
so how do you expect to win an election when you've not voted? What we do, the youth, we come here in town, make noise.
Make noise.
We do campaigns for NUP, we do campaigns for FDC, but when it comes to the time of taking the ballot paper, we don't appear.
So you are saying Museveni doesn't rig elections, and yet most of the Ugandans say he does.
Now, let me ask you. Actually, it is not, let it not be a question. Let me just give you some highlights. Every village in Uganda, it has what we call an NRM group.
NRM. Is it called the what? Committee. NRM committee, yeah.
NRM committee.
At a village level, LC1.
Every village,
LC.
if there are 2,000 villages, every village has an NRM committee. They even have yellow bicycles. Are you aware?
They receive yellow bicycles. Is it every year, every month?
I think it is like annually.
Okay.
Every committee has that one. Every village has that
Committee.
It is made up of almost 15 people. And abo n'abantu abitukweta enfera. People who support NRM with one heart. Every village. And in every village, I've tried to make research. There are no other political parties, committees. I've never seen a committee of NUP at the village level, especially here in Western Uganda.
Yeah, especially in Western Uganda.
I've never seen it. Now, how do you expect to win when you don't have agents at the ground?
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a point. So I wanted to ask you about that. What are your plans 2026?
2026, we are cooking something.
Cooking something.
We are cooking something.
Politicians don't want to reveal what they are cooking.
It is a secret
Because
now,
someone
but we are preparing something for people, especially those of Kashari North.
Kashari North.
Yeah.
Brian is preparing for you something.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you about these elections at Bishop Stewart University. As you know that this semester we are holding the guild presidential elections. Should we expect you to be involved so much in these coming guild elections?
You know, politics, it is like a discipline, it is like a culture, it is like a behavior. There is no way how you can reject it, especially if you once joined it or if you once engaged in it. So, of course, I will have an influence because I think I have to do something that will really not bring my university back or take my university back. So basically I have to engage. You have been seeing those guys that even went 10 years back, but they come
back and
they want to influence because they want leaders that will bring an impact on their institution.
Yeah.
So likewise, I have to come back and make sure that I've influenced and chosen a leader that will bring a positive impact.
So Bishop Stewart University expect Mworeko Brian to be in this coming guild presidential election. Make sure you prepare for him, be ready for him. So as we wrap up, I want you to give an advice to these Bishop Stewart University students who really want, whether a GLC, whether he or she wants to become a guild president. Give them some advice as someone who was a candidate and you appeared on the ballot paper, people voted for you, and you really had your good position.
Now, you see, they say never tell your big dream to a small-minded person.
Okay.
So my fellow students, if you really want to stand, not only students, everyone, if you really want to stand, never share your dream with small-minded people.
Repeat it again for them.
If you have a big dream, never share it with small-minded people.
Okay.
Because the moment you share it with them, for them they will bring the other negative part.
Okay.
And which is very bad, and it will just disrupt your programs. Now what you have to do is to get prepared, as I told you, to know what you want. 3, acting mature.
Okay.
Play mature games, and you have to be at good terms with the
administration.
With the administration.
Sure.
Discipline matters.
Discipline. Okay.
Discipline. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that you must be knowing the chancellor. No, tukujanga bajiro kuba kujira if you qualify.
Okay.
So for us now, we are not after winning. If you are to stand, first be on the ballot paper.
Okay.
People decide.
We decide.
Yeah.
So there is something I wanted to ask you. What determines a winner at Bishop Stewart University, a good president? What do students consider for so far for the experience you have had? What do students consider when voting for a good president?
I can say we still have students who are not serious. I'm telling you
What
the truth.
exactly do you mean?
I'm bringing it to you. We have students who are not serious. How do you choose a good president? Because he has a good beard.
But the current kid president
No,
has
wait,
no beard.
I'm just asking.
Alright.
I'm bringing it to you.
Okay.
How do you choose a good president? Because maybe he has good looks. How do you choose a good president? Because maybe you know him, he is your friend. We have to start living that myopic way of doing things. We have to choose the leaders we need, not the leaders we want.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think it is influenced by the power of influencers, not the power of the candidate.
Okay.
If the candidate comes with good influencers, he takes up the position. Okay. There is this guy who has been trading,
Juma Waswa.
Waswa Barnwa. The influence is good.
Is good.
But is Juma good?
We have finally reached at an end of the show. The show is Share with Kamanzi, and it is always with me, Kamanzi Edbert. This is On Sport Media. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.